do it. Let's do it. My bad. I'm just trying to get my notification sent out because I didn't do it because I'm a retard. And I mean, that's just that. Let's do it. Let's do it. My bad. I'm just trying to get my notification sent out because I didn't do it. I'm a retard. All right. Hey. Hey, man. Kelly Keys is the best. Okay, get this momentarily down. That's out of there. All right. So, all right, Discord, sent out emails, sent out Twitter, shared, Facebook, FU, Discord, sent out Facebook, FU, Twitter, shared, bam. Again, be 567 checking into your partner. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spending this evening with me as I spend it with you. And I am appreciative of that alone. And, oh, man, we're going to get into the Economist 2020 magazine, but we're also going to get into a couple other things. And as of recently, it looks like there is another attack in Iran. So, yesterday, as we were on live, actually, we had killed their general. Now, you have to look at this like maybe, I don't know, the vice president getting taken out or one of our high up generals, somebody real high in our military, like that would really, really like piss our military off. That's what we did to them. Like we took the top ranking officer out in Iran. The top dude, the only dude higher than him was the president or whatever they call them. What do they call him? Prime minister? I don't know what they call him. Whatever the Iran leader dude is, this dude was right under him. So, but did he really go? I mean, did this really happen like they say? We're going to try to find out right now. Let's see what just happened. Oh, yeah. Also, hold on. Am I sharing? I'm actually going live from 2 streams right now. I'm on 2 channels right now, ain't I? Bring me up in here, dog. Am I live on my backup channel also as well? Mel, what's up, baby? No, Jamae, he was at the Iran airport. He was coming back. He was back in Iran. He was at the Iran airport. That's where they got him, at the airport. He was coming in on a plane. Backup channel. Am I on my backup channel right now too? Send a picture, Jamae. I want to see him. Hey, Elmel. Hey, Rob. Princess Jamae. Kelly Keeves in the house. Teresa Norton. What's up, everyone? Oh, to pick all right, hold on. Let me get it up. Maybe I could do it like this. Yeah. There it goes. Oh. Rabbit. Oh, man. Oh, dude, I got to show you that one real quick. Keeves. I got to show you this one too, Keeves. Hold on. Look at that for right now. Wait a minute. Show. All right, let's get busy. Let's get busy. All right. We back. You guys can't hear me, huh? When I flip them pictures up, you can't even hear me. That's weird. I just want to look on my backup channel to see if this is playing right now. I'm on live on 2 channels. This is crazy. I'm live on 2 channels right now. I am live on 2 channels at one time. This is sweet. I like this. Becca, no one's in the chat over there though. Becca, what's up, Becca? We are also on the main channel, but this is sweet. I can actually go live on both channels at once. I like that. I like that. Okay. Now, who's I just talking to? Thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was just talking to you on the other channel, actually. I just said something. It's funny. Dude, Spider, I was just reading his Twitter, bro, saying that shit. Saying Obama's going to start a war with Iran that is going to, for him to get elected. Now, look, guys, I do want to show you something real quick. We got to get into the Economist 2020 magazine, though. But you know what? We're going to start with this, actually. But look, everyone, stay tuned. Watch the replay. If you want to hear us dive into this rabbit hole on Economist magazine 2020, stay tuned. But because this is such big news right now, important kind of, I don't really get into this shit with the warmongerings because I don't like how our people are shedding blood for this cause. Like, I don't believe in that shit no more. Like, it to me, it's a big game. It's a moneymaker, and they're tricking these kids into going to the military, then going and risking their lives, killing people. You know what I mean? Which is, again, you know what? Thou shalt not murder. You know what I mean? Now, thou shalt not kill doesn't say thou shalt not murder. Kill, if you do it in self-defense, is different, but we don't really know what exactly goes on over there during these wars. They might be getting a bunch of people to take lives under something that God is not going to say that's okay. So is it a way to get souls into hell? I don't know, but why are we going to war with? I just don't believe in this shit no more. But I am paying attention to it right now because these people, like, they're gonna strike back. So I want to show you something. They're gonna strike back. This is just happened though, so I wanted to pull this up real quick. Breaking: U.S. military continues attack, kills 6 pro-Iran Iraqi commanders. Will Iran strike back? Less than 24 hours after a U.S. drone shockingly killed the top Iranian military leader Qasem Soleimani, resulting in equity markets groaning around the globe in fear over Iranian reprisals and potential World War III. The U.S. has gone for round 2, with Reuters and various other social media sources reporting that the U.S. airstrikes targeting Iraq Popular Mobilization Unit's umbrella grouping of Iran-backed Shiite militias near Camp Taj, north Baghdad, after people have killed 6 people and critically wounded 3. That's like 666. Just the fact they put 6 and 3 in there, it's like 6 3 times. An Iraqi army source said late on Friday. Sorry, my nose is running. Breaking reports indicate the Shuhada commander at Camp Amali was targeted by U.S. airstrike near Tajan, Rahaj, Yaman. Looks like that's where they hit. Look at this. Look at this on the page. Look at this. Look at this, cuz. These are socks to throw the 666 sign up. Prank your friend with gotcha socks. Okay, I see what they're saying. Oh, all right. That might be what they might just be joking. They might not be throwing 666 up there. My bad. I jumped the gun there. Still, once you know what it means, it's like, eh. Okay, where's this video at, guys? I want you to see this if you haven't. I made a video about this before. I played this before. So you may have seen it here. You may have seen it somewhere else. That looks like this is it. Okay, this is it. Listen to what this man says.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me. And one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do."
Not funny.
I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper. He said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today. And he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me." And I saw him a year or so ago, and I said, "You remember that?" He said, "Sir, I didn't show you that memo. I didn't show it to you."
Okay, let me give courtesy to since I played that from somebody's channel, let me give courtesy to Gerard Dupin. Okay, right here, Gerard.
Picture look here, if you can.
Shut up. Hate them people. Well, I don't hate them. I can't stand them.
About 10 days after 9/11,
I don't really hate anybody. Okay. Gerard Dupin. Okay, that's channel name. Let me just do this. So hopefully they don't give me a copyright strike. Gerard. This is Gerard's channel. I mean, you could really find that everywhere, to be honest with you. That is everywhere. And I actually seen there was like a bunch of Wesley Clark things on there. I might go back and listen to him a little bit one day and see what else he had to say, because I know he he was in the now. And ladies and gentlemen, that don't just happen by accident. All right. You don't, that was back in 01, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I might be off, might be 07. It was 01, 07. Listen, this is years ago. A general in our military with a piece of paper saying exactly what our military is doing up to the day. All right. And look, I just want everyone to sit back and dwell on this really quick. Dwell on this. It is January 4th. Yesterday was January 3rd. 2 days into 2020, okay, after all the time we've been beef with Iran, 2 days into 2020, they bomb over there, get the general out of the way, all right? They assassinate somebody 2 days in there. What's that telling the entire world for 2020? What's that put everyone in? That puts everyone in a dark state of mind. Right away, it's war, World War III, all this shit. As soon as we begin a new year, come on. Well, you know, the New Year to them, it's not really the New Year. You know, I think it's April Fool's Day is the actual day of the New Year, April Fool's Day, which is that's the April Fool's joke, that everyone thinks New Year's is January 1st when it's really April 1st. But why is this going slow again? Hey, West Texas, what's up? TJ, what's up, my brother? But like I was saying, They put everyone in this dark state of mind. And look, I'm very, very passionate and really believe what you think, you manifest. You put your thoughts into existence. So if the whole entire world is thinking negative and dark already in 2020, it's going to be a bad year because it's so powerful. Our minds are powerful to all be thinking that. The mind is powerful, man. I'm telling you, when you're mentally stable, mentally strong, you can get through anything. Even shit where like starvation and shit. Mental strength is like, it's crazy. And so a lot of you probably know, right? Been through something in your life where it made you mentally stronger and you learned from it, and you moved on, and you got stronger from it. What's up, Walking Tall, brother? What's up, baby? Plump is priming for reselection. I totally agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you. It's just too coincidental for me that he did it right at 2020. You know what I mean? As soon as we start the new year, it's all planned to me, bro. It's all planned. Now, dude, did this dude really even get hit? I mean, how does a plane blow up and there's already people there ready to take a picture of a blown up plane? I know everyone got phones, but if you see someone get bombed right there, aren't you gonna run and duck? The picture is literally at as soon as the explosion happened. It's not like an old plane burning and they ran back. It's like a brand new explosion. So as soon as the plane explodes, you're gonna be like, you ain't gonna duck for cover. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna run away, maybe come back. Dude, it's just so far away. We really just don't know what happens. The media is so unreliable, man. We cannot really rely. We have to listen to what they say. We have to go. We don't have to listen. We have to go off what they're saying. But they're just unreliable, man. We just don't know. There's always a story behind a story. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Since we are talking about this, let's look at a couple things since we're on the Iranians. All right. Listen to what Trump says right here. Listen to what Plump says right here.
Not the terrorist warlords who plunder their nation to finance bloodshed abroad. The United States has the best military by far anywhere in the world. We have the best intelligence in the world. If Americans anywhere are threatened, we have all of those targets already fully identified.
He was at the Iranian airport, Jemay. He was in Iran.
To take whatever action is necessary. And that in particular refers to Iran. Under my leadership, we have destroyed the ISIS territorial caliphate. And recently, American Special Operations Forces killed the terrorist leader known as al-Baghdadi. The world is a safer place without these monsters. America will always pursue the interests of good people, great souls, while seeking peace, harmony, and friendship with all of the nations of the world. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our great military, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I hear you, Dr. Phil. Let me do something real quick. That was yahoo.com. And this is how you spell Reuters? Reuters? That's good enough, dude. How do you spell courtesy? Did I spell that right? Yeah, that's good enough, dude. They know what it means.
Ambulances rushed to a Baghdad airport after a U.S. airstrike.
Baghdad airport. Okay. You were right. You were right. You were right. Baghdad airport. That is Iraq. Wait, Baghdad. Is Baghdad its own country over there? It was a Baghdad airport. All right,
ambulances rushed to a Baghdad airport after a U.S. airstrike that the Pentagon says killed a top Iranian commander.
Where is Baghdad?
Qasem Soleimani was the head of the elite covert Quds
Where
force
is Baghdad?
and a key figure within Iran. His death represents a new escalation in U.S. conflict with
Yeah,
Tehran.
you're right, Jemay. My
The
bad,
Pentagon
Jemay. Thank
says
you,
US
Jemay.
President Donald
Iraq.
Trump authorized the strike and that it was, quote, aimed at deterring future Iranian attack plans. Reports from Baghdad Friday say rockets hit 2 militia vehicles at the city's international airport. It's said to have killed a number of people, including the commander of an Iraqi militia. Soleimani was instrumental in the spread of Iranian influence in the Middle East and the fighting in Syria and Iraq. The US and Saudi Arabia had struggled to keep him in check. He survived several assassination attempts by Western, Israeli, and Arab agencies over the past 2 decades. His Quds force had strong ties with Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The attack came amid tensions between the US and Iran-backed paramilitary groups in Baghdad. Violent protesters breached the US embassy on New Year's Eve after the American airstrike last weekend.
That's them attacking the U.S. embassy. They're going to attack our embassy. It's turning up. The issue is they have, just like our country has our people brainwashed, they got their people brainwashed too. They got us to hate each other, man. They got us hating each other. For what? For the powers that be. That's it, man. That's all that benefits from this shit. And guess who benefits from a confrontation with Iran? I mean, just guess. Guess who comes on top? We're going to read about it. This is hell. That's who. Israel.
Spin on it and suggest that it has
They
nothing more to do
benefit
with that.
while our people die. Why? What the hell is going on with this? Darn it. Are you kidding me, bro? Just did it again. Freaking jagoff. All right. Bro, what is it doing, bro? What the fuck?
It's a platform for transformation because it can do many different things. We're talking about 5G and security. 5G is fundamentally more secure than 4G. And while you can trust 5G, we're going to connect billions of things. Those billions of things are now fundamentally more secure by design.
Okay. So we can get this over with, Jemay. I openly apologized to you. I said I was sorry. So I don't know why. Like I said I was sorry. You were right. Okay. To answer your question, they said he was over there meeting with the general to talk about something, and Plump claims that they were talking about the imminent warning. The reason they took him out, they're talking about who they was about to take out on our side. And that's why he was over there meeting with somebody. I thought he was coming back from Iraq. He was on the way back. But I guess he was on the way there. I don't know.
Today we remember and honor the victims of Soleimani's many atrocities, and we take comfort in knowing that his reign of terror.
You're making it serious,
U.S.
dork.
President Donald Trump on Friday said his decision to kill Major General Qasem Soleimani, one of the most powerful men in Iran, was not meant as a provocation.
We took action last night to
It said
stop
anti-terror.
a war.
Did you
We
what it
did
said?
not take action to start a war. Soleimani has been perpetrating acts of terror to destabilize the Middle East for the last 20 years. What the United States did yesterday should have been done long ago.
General Soleimani was killed in an airstrike at Baghdad's international airport, along with the top Iraqi militia commander.
Fuck
The
this
Iraqi
tastes like
government
that,
is
man.
outraged and said the strike
Damn it,
inside
I'm
the
getting
airport,
frustrated.
inside
Why
the
am I so
capital, and without their
frustrated?
permission, was going
Always,
to
man.
lead to war.
I need
U.S. Secretary
anger
of State
help.
Mike Pompeo said the strike aimed to disrupt a quote, imminent attack that would have endangered Americans in the Middle East.
This is and was an enormous escalation.
Sup, Jay Bizzle?
Democrats called the Republican president reckless and said he raised the risk of more violence in a dangerous region.
Escalation.
The Pentagon said on Friday the U.S. is sending nearly 3,000 additional troops to the Middle
That's
East
right, JB.
as a
That's
precaution
right.
amid rising threats to American forces in the region.
That's right.
And the U.S.
Exactly
embassy is
right.
urging all Americans to leave Iraq.
Yeah.
Soleimani was the head of the Quds Force, an elite unit responsible
Oh,
for
I
the
didn't see you
Iranian
text me,
military's
Jermaine.
foreign operations and an architect of Iran's proxy wars.
I don't ever touch his phone. That's why.
Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis
Oh,
oversaw the
yeah. He's
coalition
cute
of
as
Iraqi
hell.
militia units supported by Iran, known as
Oh
the
my
Popular
gosh.
Mobilization Forces, which are technically part of the Iraqi government security apparatus. It's understood that rockets hit 2
Oh,
vehicles
shit,
carrying
he's
the
cute.
leaders. This is a dramatic escalation, which has led to mass demonstrations in the region. And by ordering the strike, President Trump has
Can I
taken
show him,
the
Jeanette?
United States and its allies into uncharted territory in its confrontation with Iran and its proxy militias across the region.
Look and
Iran
burn our
is vowing
flag, cuz.
revenge.
They're vowing revenge. They said they're coming. Now, is it going to be right away? I don't know, but Iran's supreme leader vows severe revenge awaits for assassination top general. Now, oh man, here's the thing, guys. I'm not even sharing the screen. Are you kidding me? Why didn't no one tell me that? That whole time I wasn't sharing the screen. Screw it. It ain't your guys' fault. I mean, I like that anyway. I'm streaming on 2 channels right now. It's like freaking awesome, dude. But now, what was I just saying? We're not going to sit here and live in fear, though, cuz like we're not going to sit here and think about this every day and wait for Iran to attack. When they do, they do. And you know what? We will react accordingly. Now, I mean, obviously, I'm on the U.S. side. Obviously, I'm going to stand by. I just have to. I don't. That's loyalty is just in me. I'm not ever gonna like flip sides on my country. Like I still stand with Trump. You know what I mean? I'm not a Trump supporter or nothing. But guess what? I'm gonna. I mean, like, I don't know how to say this. Like, when it comes to our country, dude, I'm gonna defend us. You know what I mean? If they come at us, you know what I mean? Like they were on our land or something, yeah, I'm going ham. Like it's probably gonna die actually, but you get what I'm saying. Like in that way, I'm riding for our country regardless. But I just don't believe in it. You know what I mean? But if I got to defend myself and defend our country, I would. You know what I mean? For sure. But like I don't really know what's real with this, man. Honestly, I don't know if that dude's dead for real. Like man, they start 2020 off like that, bad bloodshed. Like, dude, that is telling us the year we're about to go in. And they're trying to get us all in that mindset too of bad killings, bomb. You know what I mean? They're putting us in that mindset. I agree with that. I agree with that, Walking Tall. Bev in the house. What's up, baby? Hey, Bev, it's on the 2020 Economist magazine too. It says recession on it. It says recession on it. Funny you said that too. We're about to go over this magazine. And it says recession on it, Bev. And so I mean, this maybe 6 months into the year that we might be looking at. It might. I just don't want to think negative, but it might be definitely coming 2020. 2020 looks like it's going to be a downside year. But main thing, stay prepared, stay ready, never live in fear. Keep your mind mentally, prepare yourself for the worst, and think positive at the same time. And let's keep trying to manifest positivity in our lives. Let's just keep thinking positive. Say it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Put yourself somewhere and then manifest you in that place by just thinking it out. Just thinking it out. It's like when you pray for something, pray for help, pray for good health, pray for someone in your family to feel better. You pray for it and you think about it and it comes to light. Seriously. Law of attraction, that type of stuff. It's real. Yeah, I just said 6 months. That's crazy. I guess, you know what? Let's get into it, man. Let's just do the recession. We talked about these goofballs and what they did. Iran wants to get back at us. Okay. If you do, you know what I mean, we'll react accordingly. However, Iranians ain't going to see nothing like this. They shut their internet down every other day over there. But I don't hate no one because of these warmongers. All right. I just don't. And so this is what it is, man. They got them hating us. They try to make us hate them. You know what I'm saying? But Only Israel benefits, okay? Only This Is Hell benefits from a war with Iran, all right? One scenario seems apparent. The highest level of the Iranian government have long been infiltrated by CIA/This Is Hell agents. We only need to remember the U.S. was infiltrated by This Is Hell prior to 9/11, all right? Now, did you hear what I just said? Watch this.
It has been more than 16 years since a civilian working for the Navy was charged with passing secrets to Israel. Jonathan Pollard pled guilty to conspiracy to commit espionage and is serving a life sentence. At first, Israeli leaders claimed Pollard was part of a rogue operation, but later took responsibility for his work. Now, Fox News has learned some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S., who may have known things they didn't tell us before September 11th. Fox News correspondent Carl Cameron has
Fucking
details in the
scumbags.
first of a 4-part series.
Since September 11th, more than 60 Israelis have been arrested or detained, either under the new Patriot anti-terrorism law or for immigration violations. A handful of active Israeli military were among those detained, according to investigators, who say some of the detainees also failed polygraph questions when asked about alleged surveillance activities against and in the United States. There is no indication that the Israelis were involved in the 9/11 attacks, but investigators suspect that the Israelis may have gathered intelligence about the attacks in advance and not shared it. A highly placed investigator said there are, quote, tie-ins, but when asked for details, he flatly refused to describe them, saying, quote, evidence linking these Israelis to 9/11 is classified. I cannot tell you about evidence that has been gathered. It's classified information. Fox News has learned that one group of Israelis, spotted in North Carolina recently, is suspected of keeping an apartment in California to spy on a group of Arabs who the United States is also investigating for links to terrorism. Numerous classified documents obtained by Fox News indicate that even prior to September
That's right,
11th,
Gwag.
as many
Exactly.
as 140 other Israelis had been detained or arrested in a secretive and sprawling investigation into suspected espionage
Good point,
by
TJ.
Israelis
Great
in
point,
the United
brother.
States.
Well, I love you.
Investigators from numerous government agencies are part of a working group that's been compiling evidence since the mid-90s. These documents detail hundreds of incidents in cities and towns across the country that investigators say, quote, may well be an organized intelligence gathering activity. The first part of the investigation focuses on Israelis who say they are art students from the University of Jerusalem and Bezalel Academy. They repeatedly made contact with U.S. government personnel, the report says, by saying they wanted to sell cheap art or handiwork. Documents say they, quote, targeted and penetrated military bases, the DEA, FBI, and dozens of other government facilities, and even secret offices and unlisted private homes of law enforcement and intelligence personnel. The majority of those questioned, quote,
Unbelievable,
stated
guys.
they served in military intelligence, electronic surveillance intercept, and or explosive ordnance units. Another part of the investigation has resulted in the detention and arrests of dozens of Israelis at American Mall kiosks, where they've been selling toys called Puzzle Car and Zoomcopter. Investigators suspect
this
a
is
front.
crazy.
Shortly after the New York Times and Washington Post reported the Israeli detentions last month, the carts began vanishing. Zoomcopter's webpage says, we are aware of the situation caused by thousands of mall carts being closed at the last minute. This in no way reflects the quality of the toy or its saleability. The problem lies in the operator's business policies. Why would Israelis spy in and on the U.S.? A General Accounting Office investigation referred to Israel as Country A and said, quote, according to a U.S. intelligence agency, the government of Country A conducts the most aggressive espionage operation against the U.S. of any U.S. ally. A defense intelligence report said Israel has a voracious appetite for information and, quote, the Israelis are motivated by strong survival instincts which dictate every facet of their political and economic policies. It aggressively collects military and industrial technology, and the U.S. is a high priority target. The document concludes, quote, Israel possesses the resources and technical capability to achieve its collection objectives. A spokesman for the the Israeli embassy here in Washington issued a categorical denial, saying any suggestion that Israelis are spying in or on the U.S. is, quote, simply not true. There are other things to consider, and in the days ahead, we will take a look at the U.S. phone system and law enforcement's methods for wiretaps, and an investigation into the possibility that both have been compromised by our friends and allies overseas. Brett?
Carl, what about this question of advanced knowledge of what was going to happen on 9/11? How clear are investigators that some Israeli agents may have known something?
Well, it's very explosive information, obviously, and there's a great deal of evidence that they say they have collected. None of it necessarily conclusive. It's more when they put it all together. A bigger question, they say, is how could they not have known? Almost a direct quote, Brett.
This going to the fact that they were spying on some Arabs, right?
Correct.
All right, Carl.
The
Thanks very
day
much.
after 9/11. Look at this. Look at this. 9/12/19, the day after 9/11. Hold up.
With the September 11th terrorism investigation.
Okay,
Carl Cameron
so
reported that U.S.
right now we're
suspected
talking.
some of these Israelis were spying on Arabs in this country and may have turned up information on the planned terrorist attacks back in September that was not passed on. Tonight, in the second of 4 reports on spying by Israelis
where's
in the
this
U.S.,
damn recording
we learned
at,
about an
cuz?
Israeli-based private communications company for whom a
Oh,
half
here it
dozen
goes.
of those 60 detained suspects
Hold
worked.
on, pause this real quick. What we're listening to is how as 9/11 happened, Israel was. Look, man, that's who. Okay, that's who was behind it. Point blank period. That's who was behind it. That's why it happened. Now you hear what this dude's telling us now, and then after that, they infiltrated our government heavy. It's been nothing but benefiting them since then. Now, funny, this article is this is how accused of planting mysterious spy devices near the White House, and it come out in 2019, but it come out the day after September 11th. September 12th, this article came out, which means it might have come out September 11th, actually, but just a weird coincidence. What we're listening to is about 9/11, and this came out 9/12/2019.
American investigators fear information generated by this firm may have fallen into the wrong hands and had the effect of impeding the September 11th terror inquiry. Here's Carl Cameron's second report.
Fox News has learned that some American terrorism investigators fear certain suspects in the September 11th attacks may have managed to stay ahead of them by knowing who and when investigators are calling on the telephone. How? By obtaining and analyzing data that's generated every time someone in the U.S. makes a phone call.
One sitting in state, please.
Here's how the system works. Most directory assistance calls and virtually all call records and billing in the U.S. are done for the phone companies by Amdocs Limited, an Israeli-based private telecommunications company.
Israeli-based.
Amdocs has contracts with the 25 biggest phone companies in America and more worldwide. The White House and other secure government phone lines are protected, but it is virtually impossible to make a call on normal phones without generating an Amdocs record of it. In recent years, the FBI and other government agencies have investigated Amdocs more than once. The firm has repeatedly and adamantly denied any security breaches or wrongdoing. But sources tell Fox News that in 1999, the super-secret National Security Agency, headquartered in Northern Maryland, issued what's called a top-secret, sensitive, compartmentalized information report, TSSCI, warning that records of calls in the United States were getting into foreign hands, in Israel in particular. Investigators do not believe calls are being listened to, but the data about who's calling whom and when is plenty valuable in itself. An internal Amdocs memo to senior company executives suggests just how Amdocs generated call records could be used. Quote, widespread data mining techniques and algorithms, combining both the properties of the customer, like credit rating, and properties of the specific behavior such as whom the customers are calling. The Amdocs memo says the system should be used to prevent phone fraud, but U.S. counterintelligence analysts say it could also be used to spy through the phone system. Fox News has learned that the NSA has held numerous classified conferences to warn the FBI and CIA how Amdocs records could be used. At one NSA briefing, a diagram by the Argonne National Lab was used to show that if the phone records are not secure, major security breaches are possible. Another briefing document said, quote, it has become increasingly apparent that systems and networks are vulnerable. Such crimes always involve unauthorized persons or persons who exceed their authorization, acting on exploitable vulnerabilities. Those vulnerabilities are growing because, according to another briefing, the U.S. relies too much on foreign companies like Amdocs for high-tech equipment and software. Quote, many factors have led to increased dependence on code developed overseas. We buy rather than train or develop solutions. U.S. intelligence does not believe the Israeli government is involved in a misuse of Amdocs information, and Amdocs insists that its data is secure. What U.S. government officials are worried about, however, is the possibility that Amdocs data could get into the wrong hands, particularly organized crime, and that would not be the first time that such a thing has happened. Fox News has documents of a 1997 drug trafficking case in Los Angeles in which telephone information, the types that Amdocs collects, was used to, quote, completely compromise the communications of the FBI, the Secret Service, the DEA, and the LAPD. And we'll have that and a lot more in the days ahead, Fred.
Carl, I want to take you back to your report last night on those 60 people who are Israelis who were detained in the anti-terror investigation, and the suspicion that some investigators have that they may have picked up information on the 9/11 attacks ahead of time, not passed it on. There was a report, you'll recall, that the Mossad, the Israeli intelligence agency, did indeed send representatives to the U.S. to warn just before 9/11 that a major terrorist attack was imminent. Why does that not? How does that leave room for the lack of a warning?
Well, I remember the report, Fred. We did it first internationally right here on your show on the 14th. What investigators are saying is that that warning from the Mossad was nonspecific and general, and they believe that it may have had something to do with the desire to protect what are called sources and methods in the intelligence community. The suspicion being perhaps those sources and methods were taking place right here in the United States. The question came up in the Select Intelligence Committee on Capitol Hill today. They intend to look into what we reported last night, and specifically that possibility. Right?
So, in other words, the problem wasn't what lack of a warning. The problem was lack of useful details.
Quantity of information.
All right, Carl. Thanks very much. Israeli-based company called Amdocs that generates the computerized records and billing data for nearly every phone call made in America. As Carl Cameron reported, U.S. investigators digging into the 9/11 terrorist attacks fear that suspects may have been tipped off to what they were doing by information leaking out of Amdocs. In tonight's report, we learned that the concern about phone security extends to another company founded in Israel that provides the technology that the U.S. government uses for electronic eavesdropping. Here is Carl Cameron's third report.
The company is Comverse Infosys, a subsidiary of an Israeli-run private telecommunications firm with offices throughout the U.S. It provides wiretapping equipment for law enforcement. Here's how wiretapping works in the U.S. Every time you make a call, it passes through the nation's elaborate network of switchers and routers run by the phone companies. Custom computers and software made by companies like Comverse are tied into that network to intercept, record, and store the wiretapped calls, and at the same time transmit them to investigators. The manufacturers have continuing access to the computers so they can service them and keep them free of glitches. This process was authorized by the 1994 Communications Assistance for...
Guys, literally, listen to this. This is wild information right here, man, because when you look back at this and then look at today, man, you know, sometimes I just, like, my great-grandparents and shit, I just wish I could whoop their ass, you know what I mean? Like, I just wish I could go back, meet my great-great-grandparents and just put them in check. Like, dude, grow some balls, cuz. How could you let them put taxes on our houses and out of our checks? That's who did it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it happened right around the Great Depression, actually. I think that's when they started doing tax. Am I right or wrong with that? Whatever. Whenever they did it, I don't care. They need to. I wish we could go back to that, because I would tell GOV, I'd tell them, man, eat one, bro. You ain't getting nothing that much. You know what I mean? And we just will rally up and say, you ain't getting nothing. Now it's at the point of, like, no return, man, because they got people so brainwashed, you can't get no one to stand up. They just automatically think, oh, government, oh, man, do what they say, bow down, let me live. Like, nah, man, they're not that powerful. They might be powerful, but spiritually, mind, they're not that powerful. You just got to be there with that, man, and understand that there's another place after this, man. This ain't all there is, all right? This is temporary. We're going to go to a better place. We're going to be together again, and we need to have the best life we can have, and it's not bowing down to no control-ass government.
For Law Enforcement Act, or CALEA. Senior government officials have now told Fox News that while CALEA made wiretapping easier, it has led to a system that is seriously vulnerable to compromise and may have undermined the whole wiretapping system. Indeed, Fox News has learned that Attorney General John Ashcroft and FBI Director Robert Mueller were both warned October 18th in a hand-delivered letter from 15 local, state, and federal law enforcement officials who complained that, quote, law enforcement's current electronic surveillance capabilities are less effective today than they were at the time CALEA was enacted. Converse insists the equipment it installs is secure, but the complaint about this system is that the wiretap computer programs made by Converse have in effect a back door through which wiretaps themselves can be intercepted by unauthorized parties. Adding to the suspicions is the fact that in Israel, Converse works closely with the Israeli government and under special programs gets reimbursed for up to 50% of its research and development costs by the Israeli Ministry of Industry and Trade. But investigators within the DEA, INS, and FBI have all told Fox News that to pursue or even suggest Israeli spying through Converse is considered career suicide. And sources say that while various FBI inquiries into Converse have been conducted over the years, they've been halted before the actual equipment has ever been thoroughly tested for leaks. A 1999 FCC document indicates several government agencies expressed deep concerns that too many unauthorized non-law enforcement personnel can access the wiretap system. And the FBI's own nondescript office in Chantilly, Virginia, that actually oversees the CALEA wiretapping program, is among the most agitated about the threat. But there is a bitter turf war internally at FBI. It is the FBI's office in Quantico, Virginia, that has jurisdiction over awarding contracts and buying intercept equipment. And for years, they've thrown much of the business to Converse. A handful of former U.S. law enforcement officials involved in awarding Converse government contracts over the years now work for the company. Numerous sources say some of those individuals were asked to leave government service under what knowledgeable sources call troublesome circumstances that remain under administrative review within the Justice Department. And what troubles investigators most, particularly in New York in the counterterrorism investigation of the World Trade Center attack, is that on a number of cases, suspects that they had sought to wiretap and surveil immediately changed their telecommunications processes. They started acting much differently as soon as those supposedly secret wiretaps went into place. Right?
Carl, is there any reason to suspect in this instance that the Israeli government is involved?
No, there's not, but there are growing instincts and an awful lot of law enforcement officials in a variety of agencies who suspect that it had begun compiling evidence and a highly classified investigation into precisely that possibility. But
all right, Carl, thanks very much.
On a long-standing government espionage investigation, federal officials this year have arrested or detained nearly 200 Israeli citizens suspected of belonging to a, quote, organized intelligence gathering operation. The Bush administration has deported most of those arrested after September 11th, although some are in custody under the new anti-terrorism law. Cameron also described an investigation into the possibility that an Israeli firm generated billing data that could be used for intelligence purposes and described concerns that the federal government's own wiretapping system may be vulnerable. Tonight, in part 4 of the series, we'll learn about the improbable roots of the probe, a drug case that went bad 4 years ago.
Hell yeah, walk and talk.
Los Angeles, 1997. A major local, state, and federal drug investigation sours. The suspects? Israeli organized crime, with operations in New York, Miami, Las Vegas, Canada, Israel, and Egypt. The allegations? Cocaine and ecstasy trafficking and sophisticated white-collar credit card and computer fraud. The problem? According to classified law enforcement documents obtained by Fox News, the bad guys
almost
had the
done,
cops'
guys. Almost
beepers,
done.
cell phones, even home phones under surveillance. Some who did get caught admitted to having hundreds of numbers and using them to avoid arrest. Quote, this compromised law enforcement communications between LAPD detectives and other assigned law enforcement officers working various aspects of the case. The organization discovered communications between Organized Crime Intelligence Division detectives, the FBI, and the Secret Service. Shock spread from the DEA to the FBI in Washington and then the CIA. An investigation of the problem, according to law enforcement documents, concluded, quote, the organization has apparent extensive access to database systems to identify pertinent personal and biographical information. When investigators tried to find out where the information might have come from, they looked at Amdocs, a publicly traded firm based in Israel. Amdocs generates billing data for virtually every call in America. And they do credit checks. The company denies any leaks, but investigators still fear that the firm's data is getting into the wrong hands. When investigators checked their own wiretapping system for leaks, they grew concerned about potential vulnerabilities in the computers that intercept, record, and store the wiretapped calls. A main contractor is Converse Infosys, which works closely with the Israeli government and under a special grant program is reimbursed for up to 50% of its research and development costs by Israel's Ministry of Industry and Trade. Asked this week about another sprawling investigation and the detention of 60 Israelis since September 11th, the Bush administration treated the questions like hot potatoes.
Okay, guys, check this out. You just heard what you heard, right? Now, peep game on something real quick. All right? You just heard them. That's since before 9/11. That's 20-something all years ago at the bare minimum, right? Well, dig this. Do you know QAnon, right, literally started and come about with the same technique that we just heard about This Is Hell was using to spy on us. You know how all the emails came out. I mean, that was their big thing, getting the Clinton emails, right? These criminal enterprise, these criminals in the deep state are using the internet to do their criminal deeds and what they're doing, right? So they get all these emails because they claim the NSA, NRA, NSA has, they can get any text message or email that anyone has ever sent. Ever in the world, every text message and email anyone has ever sent. And that's how they got the Clinton emails and all that. But listen though, right? Q did the same type of thing. Just meant who is Q? Q is Trump and This Is Hell. I'm telling you, that's who Q is. Plump and This Is Hell. It's a plump psyop, man. It's gonna be here while he's president. As soon as he's not president no more, Q will disappear. It's a psyop-ish. Okay. 2020 magazine, here we come. Economist, let's do it. Let me pull a picture up. Excuse me, sorry about that. Okay. Images, there we go. Let's do it, dude. This looks like it. Fortunately, I can barely see the fine print, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone so I can actually see it with you guys. All right, is it working like that? All right. Now, off the rip, right? 2020, we see Trump. Okay. I see this red and green we're going to get into. Red and green, like the Christmas colors. Christmas just passed. Red and green. There is a meaning behind red and green, so we will get to that. I see the twin right here. I can see win, war, W-I-N, win, Trump. No, Trump wins, win, Trump 2020. W-I-N, Trump 2020, all right next to each other. So maybe that's saying win 2020 Trump, win 2020 Trump. We got Brexit in there. Tokyo's after AI. So we got Trump, Brexit, AI, artificial intelligence. Then we got Tokyo. Maybe that means something's gonna happen in Tokyo. The Olympics are in Tokyo, so maybe there'll be like an event in Tokyo when the Olympics go on. And then there's Mars. And Kelly was saying flip the M and you got wars. Mars wars. And then I see climate, Mars and then climate, right? So there's Mars and then there's climate. Okay. Climate being up there is funny. I got to pull it up on my phone. I can't even see that, dude. All right. So Trump, Brexit, AI, Tokyo, Mars. Maybe that's the fake alien invasion. Maybe one of these retards are about to go to Mars and pretend like they're about to go to Mars. Maybe one of these maybe one of these retard scientists are about to pretend like they walked on Mars now too. But Mars climate XI is the XI freaking the China dude's name. XI Jin Yang. Ain't that what that means? XI. I don't know about that one. XI, and then it's IRE. There goes recession. There go. All right. Wait. Ooh, it almost looks like Matrix, cuz. It almost makes like a Matrix. MATAX. Where climax it. Matex. Climate. Matex. Matrix. Almost look like Matrix. Then it says the China president, and then it says recession. Recession, right? Then Modi is the India president. MODI is the India president. And then there's like a word like almost looks like expose. Exposed. EXPOS. See, it's not spelled out though all the way. EXPOS or exposition, expo. And then there's this. And when I Googled it, I got sustained develop. Look, it's SDGs. SDGs is what the SDGs is the letters, and I couldn't make nothing out of it. Dude, when I Googled it, look what comes up, cuz. SDGs. This is what I got. Okay, Sustainable Development Goals. Okay. The Sustainable Development Goals are, look at it, 2030 Agenda. This is what SDGs is, cuz. Look, SDGs is right there, and it's on the Economist cover. SDGs are a collection of 17 global goals designed to blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. Kind of sounds like the Noah Hyde laws. That's how they push them, cuz. And I'm not lying. That is the same way that they push Noah Hyde. They say it's like a global goal for the whole world to be better, and you know what I mean? That bullshit, a bunch of lies. And it's pretty crazy that the rabbi just went to United Nations and brought the seven. He advertised them to them, and this is from the United Nations. 2030 Agenda, SDGs set 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and intended to be achieved by the year 2030. And how crazy is it? It's on the 2020 Economist magazine. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being. Almost sounds like what? Universal basic income, cuz. Look at their goals, cuz. Universal basic income. And then also we have in there is, where's that crazy first line I read? Agenda 21's right there. In 1972, governments met in Stockholm, Sweden for United Nations Conference in the Human Environment to consider the rights of the family to healthy and productive environment. In 1983, almost like 84, the United Nations created a World Commission on Environment Development, which defines sustainable development as meeting the needs as the present without development, UNCED, or Earth Summit, where the first agenda for environmental development, also known as Agenda 21, was adopted and developed. We got Agenda 21 and Agenda 30 right here. Agenda 2030. Bro, this is the craziest thing I think on there, man. I mean, come on, bro. That's wild, bro. That's some wild shit, man. So let's go back to the cover. All right. Okay. Now, recession, Maudie, Expo, sustainable development goals, and then there's like a word named bond. There's a bond, 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 recession, bond, stocks, bond. Maybe, yeah, man. It ain't looking good for this year, man. With this thing, recession, bond, recession, bond, and then it says Beethoven. Now, Beethoven to me is confusing, right? But guys, look after Beethoven. I kid you not, is the word vision, and vision is in red. In 2020, vision. Okay, 2020 is in red and green, and in the word vision is in red. Dude, I think there's something to that, bro. I'm not even jagging around. Like, that's a little bit serious. Check this out. 2020 vision. Why can't I zoom in? Can you guys even see that? Here we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better for you guys, right? See it now, right? No? You guys see that yet? Yeah, I guess a little bit. What in the fuck? You can see where it says. All right. Vision right here, right? See the vision in red. All right. So vision, and then you got the 2020 up there. Vision is the only letters that come out in red. All right. So 2020 vision, that's obviously, I'm putting it like that. And then maybe they're saying, see, you know what I mean? Like see the truth. See the truth. This is the truth. See the truth. I don't know. Maybe. Agenda 2050 here in New Zealand, they wanted 100% pest free by 2050 goes in line with the zero bill pass. I see exit front and center. Yeah, that's where Brexit is. That's it. That says Brexit too, though. But I see what you're saying. It could say Trump exit, but it says Trump Brexit. And then up top, it says twin 2020. You know what I mean? It says twin, and then 2020s are twins. 220s are twins. But then it also says world. If you take the W in world and the IN, you got win 2020 Trump. Win 2020 Trump. But look, moving along, guys, at the bottom here, I'm going to get back to vision in the red and green. At the bottom here, wow, this is too little. Hold on, I got to pull it up. I can't even see it on it. Economist magazine cover 2020. All right, dude. 2020 Economist magazine. Can't believe I can't even freaking see it, dude. Are they real? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Cuz what are they, like, shadowing this on the internet? Why can't I find a picture? Like, what the hell, bro? It's ridiculous, bro. All right. Damn, them words are so little at the bottom, dude. Okay, vision, visions, Beethoven, vision, visions, SBI, BIODI, biodiversity, biodiversity. And biodiversity is like, I pulled it up here, dude, and I don't even understand it, but I guess it's like food, like trying to eat different food. I Googled it. Biodiversity is a variety and variability of life on Earth. Biodiversity is typically a measure of variation of the genetic species and ecosystem level. Terrestrial biodiversity is usually greater near the equator, which is the result of the warm climate and high Wait a minute. Okay, that's what I want to show with this. Okay, when I pulled this up, what biodiversity is, all of a sudden, you see rapid environmental changes typically causes mass extinction. More than, guess what? 99.9%. So the 666 is right there. That's why I wanted to show that. That's right. Hold on. Let me get you guys over there with me. That's what come up with biodiversity. And biodiversity is right on the Economist magazine. Right here. Right at the bottom there. You guys, I'll show you in a second. But look, biodiversity, I understand what it is. It's something with food, but I'm just saying this is funny. Rapid environmental changes typically cause mass extinction. You know what I mean? Like mass extinction. I don't know. Maybe they're saying mass extinction of people. They're all the Agenda 21s are all popping up with this shit. Then it says more than 99.9%. Well, that's 666 if you flip it over. Of all species that ever lived on Earth, amounting to over 5 billion species, are estimated to be extinct. We are species too, ladies and gentlemen. So, just thought that was enough to share with you because I love you, baby. All right. Next, moving on. Are you serious? All right. Now we have Vision's biodiversity, and then it says rat, NPT, catnip, and then it's war again. The word war, not again, but actually, yeah, it was up here, wasn't it? We got to go a whole lot of other ways doing this, but hold on. War, and then there's REN, like Elizabeth Warren. War, and then REN. Like at first I'm thinking war. Damn it, they're saying war's coming. 2020 war. We just took out the general. Like, yeah, it's war, which it probably is. But what I'm saying is Warren too. So maybe that's the race, Warren and Trump. Then rap, like rapture, rap, Warren, rap. I see down here, I know there's Russia right here. Russia's the last word, but it also looked like Australia because it says Russia, and then right before Russia's ALE. All Russia. I know it's not the right spell. I'm just saying the similarity. But look right here. Dude, I can see night in Gale, Russia. Swear. Nightingale, Russia. Nightingale, Russia. I don't know. Does that go something? Look at this. Tyrant. Oh, shit. Tyrant's right here. Tyrant. No, wait. Tyrat. And then that ends in the wrong place. I was about to say Tyrant. That's close. See, we can start going sideways with this, man. Start going sideways with this. There's definitely other words in here, bro. That's why I brought it on to do it with you guys. Not real, no. War. Rat NPT. Does anybody know what that means? Rat. Oh, damn, guys, you can't see the screen? Why? Why is it like that on there? Or that must be behind, bro. No, why does it look like that for everybody? Yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Why is it doing this weird shit on here, bro? Why does the screen look like that for everyone? I don't understand. It should not look like that. What the hell, bro? I cannot. I don't get it. I don't know why that screen looks like that. So now you weren't even seeing what I'm showing. This is ridiculous, bro. Why is it doing this? Okay, the JPG, share that. Right. Now what's it look like? Is it there? All right. A little bit better. Anyway. Okay. This is where I was at down here. Warren, WERREN. Then it's like RAP, rap. Raphael. That's what it says. Raphael. And then it says, look, it says war in Raphael, night in Gil, Russia. That's like the whole line. War in Raphael, night in Gale, Russia, Gale, Russia, Gale, Russia. And then this is what I thought was all close to Matrix, Matexr, you know, Matrixes, Matrixes, but exit, text, but that is recession, climate, Mars, climate, Tokyo, Mars, climate, Brexit, AI, Tokyo, Mars, climate. Trump, Brexit, AI, Tokyo, Mars, climate, XI, recession. Maudie, Expo, and then it's SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Then it's Bond. Then it's Beethoven. Then it's Vision. Then it's S, Visions. And then it's BI, Biodiversity. And then it is Rat, NPT. Then it's Warren. Then it's Raphael, Knight in Gale, Russia. Now, up here, there's Twin, TWIN. Then it's WIN, Win, Trump 2020. That's what I get out of that. Now, let's go to the red and green 20s, guys. All right. And wow, man, it is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff right here. Red and green, right? Check this out. All right. So, culture, media, filmers, okay. Goff's theory of colors between an ancient philosophy, Middle Ages occultism, and modern science. All right. And what it has is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Look where red and green are, top and bottom. Okay. Red and green are top and bottom. Red, green. Okay. See how where they're at on this? Now, what I'm getting with that is like how the triangles come into each other, like man, female. All they got to do is flip around and that's what would happen. So I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? But then, now this one I don't really understand. Black, death magic. Blue, wealth magic. Green, love magic. Yes, I do. And red, war. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's crazy. So red is war magic and green is love magic. Dude, bro. Look. Red, war magic. Green, love magic. Crazy. Okay, for hundreds of years, red and green have been the traditional colors of Christmas. Green, for example, represents the eternal life of Jesus Christ. Just as evergreen trees remain green the whole winter long. Likewise, red represents the bloodshed of Jesus Christ during his crucifixion. That's another possibility why they did that. Vision red, he bled from the eyes. I don't know. You know what I mean? We got to look more into that. Now, the military has a red castle and green castle, okay? Red castle, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, U.S. Highway 231 North, Green Castle, Indiana. Kid you not. Red castle, and green castle. Pretty crazy stuff. Not a coincidence. Now, colors of Christ. Red represents the blood of Jesus for our sins, offering salvation to all. Green represents eternal life in Jesus. Now, I don't think they would be doing anything in a positive way for Jesus, but might be like symbology to try to diss them, which we ain't with that. Make love, not war. Mars, god of war. I'm not sure if like duality, exactly. I'm not sure if I get that, but I like it. I do like it. What does the color green mean in the Bible? Okay, green and red make brown. Green and red make brown. Brown is symbolic of the earth and was often the color of monks' robes, signifying humility of God's connection with the commonplace and the ordinary. Like I said, I don't think they're trying to do anything in a positive note of God, but just to throw it out there. And there might be other connections with red and green. I know that that didn't happen. That's not like they didn't just pick red and green. That there's a reason for everything they do. Everything is symbology and numerology. That's what these dudes live by, man. And I mean, Mount motherfucking Zion is on top of this. You guys know who owns this, right? You guys know who runs this magazine, right? You know that, right? Yeah, the Rothschild. But Lord Rothschilds run this company. This is their magazine, okay? The ooze their self. This is hell. Leaders their self run this magazine. This one right here. Yep. This is hell. Runs it. Lord Rothschild is on top of it. Yep, that's right, Kels. They do. Whatever Satan tells them, I don't know why, but they have to tell us. Love you, JB. Appreciate you, brother. I tell you what, guys, sustainable development goals is crazy, man. Look it up and read it on Wikipedia. Absolutely nuts that's on here, bro. And they're talking about Agenda 21, Agenda 30. And then they're just talking about it yesterday. Australians trying to make fun of the Australians. You know what I mean? Aussies getting hit again today. It's terrible out there. I feel so bad for animals, man. I heard that someone told me how animals were squealing and shit. I don't like that, man. Like that hurts me, bro. Like shit, I'll get ready to cry. I can't stand animals getting hurt. I don't know why. Like they're just helpless. Like I mean, I don't like they just can't defend themselves. I just don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. He is a phony, Becca. That dude's a straight shill, bro. That dude ain't that. Yeah, bro. He's a shill. That dude ain't real. I hate it, Kels. I hate it. Guys, I want to show you this, guys. So this is why we need to take a stand and say FAI. We're humans and we could do this shit ourselves. We're not lazy. We're not going to be lazy. You're not letting robots take over every job in the world and going to give us no freaking universal basic income. It's not happening, Captain. Understand that. It's not happening on my watch. I'll die for this shit. It's not happening. I won't provoke or commit violence to none of you GOV representatives. I'm not going to do it, but I'm not going to listen to you either. They ain't going to tell me what to do. I'm sick of authority, man. I'm sick of it. But these motherfuckers control my life, man. I've been in the system since I was a kid, man. I've been doing time since I was 14 years old. And I made my mistakes. I did my time. I admit to the crimes I did and shit. I'm not saying I didn't deserve that. But what I'm saying, I'm sick of being controlled by them. They're not going to, now that I'm living legit, they're not controlling me no more. It's not happening. I'm sick of them, bro. But the AI shit, it's not happening, Captain. Listen, it's not on our watch. Guys, we are dude, we're going to make a generational impact here, all right? We, in our lives, we're going to make a generational impact, okay? What we do and decide is going to make a huge impact down the line. We're not doing universal basic income, and we're not letting AI take over. And this is why. Look what happened to the Tesla retard that tried to let a robot drive his car like a dummy. Look what he did. The big old dummy. Look what happened to him. I'm glad he's all right, though.
It looks a lot.
I'm glad he's not hurt.
It looks a lot clearer on the camera right now than it does. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Dickhead.
God. and I just crashed.
Yeah, you know what he was doing? Letting the robot drive the car. He was letting the robot drive it. This was the case of YouTube blogger Douglas Vlogs, who uploaded a video on December 30th showing a Model 3 presumably engaged in autopilot, traveling at a high rate of speed over 70 miles per hour during a rainstorm. Dickhead. The video showed about 15 seconds. The vlogger is seen speeding down a two-lane highway, traveling at 70 to 75 miles per hour using an autopilot. Yeah, and he crashed, bro. He crashed. So, like I said, I'm glad you're all right, Douglas, but enough with this Tesla AI bullshit, bro. For real. Enough is enough already. Come on, Lee. Come on. Come on, Lee. Come on, Leroy. I don't know why you can't hear me when it does that. It's like I can't be heard for some reason. I don't know why. Weird. You hear me now? Now you can hear me. Oh, overlays, you can hear me, not background. I got you. Yeah, okay. All right. I get it. Gotcha. Okay. Streaming on 2 channels at once. That was awesome. And what's up, baby? And it's all right to laugh, baby. It's all right. There you go, Becca. Now you're thinking, Becca. Shills, man. Shills, man. Just because they talk about them all the time, it doesn't mean necessarily. Look, man. Telling you, dude, like, telling you, just be careful. I know people, man. I know how this shit is, man. And the YouTuber, I just know, like, there's no couple things, man, from being experienced, man. I'm trying to see through these frauds like a wet piece of paper. Iggy, 2019, December 2019, USA and Tesla rear-ended parked fire truck death equal 1. I can't make sense of that, bro. One person died in a fire. One person died in a fire from a Tesla crash, I guess, right? Yeah, man. I'll never as soon as Uber does that, it's a wrap. I'll never ever get in an Uber again if they ever. And then you know who else? Argo. I just cussed them out today. Drive by me with cameras all around the car. I said, bro, don't put your camera on me, bro. Don't put your camera on me. Guess what else they're doing, guys? This is how I walk around. Let me show you something. Let me show you guys something, bro. Where's my big ass dumb coat? All right. So you guys know I'm in Pittsburgh, man. So it gets cold out here, right? So this is how I walk around. Right? Oh, this shit smells like cologne. This smells good. Yeah, girl, you tripping, baby. You tripping, baby. So this is how I walk around, right? It's cold outside, right? Well, let me tell you why else I walk around like this. They got them LED lights everywhere, right? And they got facial recognition now, okay? So I walk around like this. And guess what they're doing, bro? Guess what they're doing? They're banning this. You can't cover your face no more. That's the new law they're trying to make. You can't cover your face at all. Don't matter how cool it is. You can't cover your face because the facial recognition won't be able to pick you up. That's what they're trying to do now. Fuck out of here, bro. It ain't happening, Captain. It ain't happening, Captain. They think we're sweet, guys. Guys, that's what it comes down to. They think we're all chumps, and they just think they could do. Yeah, Kels, that's right. Exactly, Kels. So what are we gonna have? Religious exemptions for that too? All right, well, I'm Christian, and part of my religion is we don't like facial recognition, so I'm covering my face, mofo. What you mean? Hell yeah, TJ. Dude. Now I got all kind of furs in my mouth. TJ, I ain't been snowboarding skiing in so long, but I love doing that shit, man. I used to do it when I was a kid. Love you guys, man. I love you guys. Really do. I want you guys to listen to this 20-second video so I can delete it and get rid of it.
The Iranian people will suffer, but to bring the regime to renegotiate an agreement relating to its nuclear military plan. And this is the goal of the Americans, and by the way, it's the goal of the state of Israel, to bring the Iranians to renegotiate. And by the way, it's the goal of the state of Israel, to bring the Iranians to and by the way, it's the goal of the state of Israel, to bring the Iranians to renegotiate.
That is Israel's Secretary Advisor. That's what they call him, Secretary Defense Advisor. And you just heard what he said. I mean, clearly, you just heard what he said. So, you know, this doesn't benefit America, okay? All we do is bloodshed and lose our family and relatives, guys. Benefits these guys, man. All right, we have evidence of a political takeover and the controlled demolition of Tehran's 17-story Plasco building 1/19/2017. Video. Oh, shit, hold up. Evidence. Let's see it, dude. Bro, just like our building. Look at it. That's demolition, cuz. Look at the walls come out right here. Look. Boom, 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 boom. That's dynamite going off. That building that's a set demolition, cuz. Look. Boom, boom, boom. Just like the Twin Towers, cuz. Dude. Just like the Twin Towers. Just think about that. This isn't Israel, and this video is trying to say that they did it, and it looks almost identical to the same way our building fell. Look how similar this is. Even the way the debris came. Was that in Iran then or Israel? We'll find out then. I thought it said Israel, but this is how I mean. This is definitely getting demonetized, dude. This is definitely getting demonetized. I just effed up big time. So this was AE 911 Truth. Okay, this is the channel. Courtesy AE 911 Truth. The Plasco demolition. When will the world notice? Wow, that's deep, bro. That's deep, bro. Bro, that's deep, bro. Okay, Jewish politician. Okay, no. AE 911 Truth is the video, is the channel. Members attempting to warn I ran. Holy smoke. of a false flag. Oh my gosh, I keep saying these words. I'm hit. It's over with. Were rebuffed as a conspiracy theory group by the Iranian officers. Oh man, that's how that weirdo says it. But accusations of the conspiracy theory would more likely come from a CIA Mossad agent, not a loyal Iranian national. Okay. Jewish politician numbers in Iran are the highest in the Middle East with the exception of Israel. A receipt of creeping Mossad control of the Iranian bureaucracy with the potential stranglehold on the Rouhani regime. Among the FF opportunities, the deception will be the most likely source of the demise of the Islamic Dome of the Rock. In a short but contrived war where This Is Hell orchestrates both sides to destroy the dome, perhaps by controlled demolition disguised as a or ISIL, the deception could make way for the third temple prophecy. That's what they want. Remember that. They want that built. Everything is about that. Following that, there is little need to continue a bloody fight with Iran since the Rouhani regime appears to have already flipped to the Zionist. Relative silence from the Russia is a clue that Putin may be willing to go along with it if This Is Hell will limit the military exchange to the issue of the dome. If destroying the AI Aquas mosque to make way for the temple was the objective, we can look for a limited war with Iran while the world of Islam is left scratching their heads over the sudden turn of the events with inevitable blowback to U.S. domestic security at airports and immigration security threats at the border. The outcome will be all on Plump and the neocons. General Wesley Clark, retired four-star U.S. Army general and the U.S. Supreme Court commander of NATO during the 1999 war at Yugoslavia, publicly told the world the United States was planning to take out 7 nations in 5 years. And we just listened to that earlier. In a nutshell, the United States has been at war in the Middle East for the purposes of Israel's plans for world domination since 1991. 28 years we've been going to war for This Is Hell, guys. And you know who I mean when I say This Is Hell. 28 years. And right now, when this was wrote, hold on. When did this come out? Hold up. 29 years now, guys. 29 years at war for This Is Hell. The longest war in American history. These wars have no benefits for the people of America in any form. No harm was done to American citizens by the people being killed in this region of the world. Worse, America's wealth, world respect, karma, and legacy have nearly all been stolen or destroyed by this madman operation, which has usurped the American government and taken its military as a mercenary army. I urge you to watch the video below for a complete but short discussion of how this happened and who was involved and where we are headed. Trump is Israel's president. Ionist Christians, I just seen the word Ionist Christians as a reason. VeteransToday.com, the gut and rag. Religious fanaticism threatens the world. Introduction, part 1. Jack Mullen. The government rag. The government rag. Yeah, this is all about Ionism. And this freak here. This dude is such a sellout, cuz. Mr. AJ Jones there is such a sellout, cuz. And then Trump, we took action last night to stop a war, but they really started one. So really that doesn't make sense, does it? Right? No. And last but not least, guys, I want to show you why the government legalizes pot. This is why.
It's a new year, and some new laws in blue states across the country are causing controversy, like in Illinois, where thousands of people lined up in Chicago to buy marijuana on New Year's Day. Even the state's lieutenant governor showed up to get some pot. People there are very excited about it.
Honestly.
better than Christmas when I got my Barbie dream house. This is great.
They let me buy the whole zip. Some edibles, some weed, constant wax crumbs, some dabs.
He said the whole zip.
Feeling, it's like being high, I guess.
Illinois is
Much love, Walking Tall. Love you, brother. Thank you for stopping in, brother.
So polling in the country routinely over the past few years has gone up and up in terms of people supporting legalization of marijuana. And in some polls in the past few months, for the first time, a majority of Republicans also support it. So this is one of those issues that I feel like is trending in that direction. Lawrence, what do you make of this?
I've always supported it. Actually, not true. 5 years I turned over a new leaf on it because I've...
So to speak, a new leaf.
A new leaf, exactly. Nice play on words. I think that there's
Good stuff, JB. That might be the worst year ever.
that wants to combat the opiate crisis. Marijuana is the best tool to do that. There's also this thing that I hate being said that it's a
love you, Walking Tall. Be safe, brother. See you tomorrow.
And I also think that it's terrible that we have so many people locked up over pot when alcohol does more damage to the body than marijuana. So I celebrate.
There you go. Something else we agree on. Dana, one of the conversations that surrounded the legalization of marijuana issues has been
where's my freaking nose medicine, dude?
How, I mean, you mentioned opioids, Lawrence, but
Can't
how
breathe,
marijuana can actually help people who are suffering from chronic pain or people like veterans who have real problems and they don't just want to.
Fuck, I hate that.
Like, I'm for states being able to make their own decisions, right, and have these have elections that go into place in the direction that people want to go. Except for that the federal government hasn't kept pace with that.
Okay, I honestly, they just make me sick. Here's why they legalize pot. Look at the headline, cuz. Illinois legalized marijuana. They make $3.2 million on the first day. The first day. They made three. So, when it comes down to it, big pharma, big tech, why did they legalize pot? They called it a gateway drug for 100 years. That's because we got big dealers out here selling 100 pounds a day. You know what I mean? 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds. Pushing weed out here crazy. Weed is, you know what I mean? If you push big weight of it, you'll kill it. You'll make big money. And it's one of the best things to sell because you don't get in that much trouble. You know what I mean? You might do a little bit of prison time, but if you get caught with a kilo of coke, you're going to do more time than if you got caught with 1,000 pounds of weed. See what I'm saying? Now, look how much money they made. There's all these dudes out here making money. They're like, hey, man, they keep smoking weed. F it. Let's sell the weed instead. Just like pharmacies, bro. Same scenario, bro. Same thing. It's so wrong, man. It's so wrong. It really is. Like, they're so greedy, too. You know what I mean? I'd rather see the drug dealers make the money off the weed, man. People that ain't got nothing. People that come from nothing, that sell it just to eat every day or just to put clothes on their back or feed their family. I'd rather them dudes sell it and make the money than the greedy ass government has to take even weed money. And it's even deeper because it's genetically modified pot, cuz you're not smoking no real weed like that. They're not giving you no good bud. That shit is sprayed on and genetically modified. You know what K2 is? Yeah. Well, I tried some medical weed, bro, and it had me out of my mind, cuz I was so paranoid. I was peeking through blinds. It had me out of my mind. The K2 that I used to smoke in jail here and there, I couldn't handle it because I would get so freaking paranoid and my heart would beat, and dude, it felt like my respiratory system was shutting down on me. So I wouldn't smoke that K2 shit, but sometimes when I get depressed in jail, I would smoke it because I'd be like depressed and I'd want to laugh. You know, very rarely, dude. It wasn't my thing. When I was in jail, I was strung out on Suboxone. I'll keep real with you. I was in prison. I was bringing them in prison. You know what I mean? I was getting visits with them, and I was getting them in. And I don't care. I'm not incriminating myself. I don't care. They're not going to come do nothing about it. I got caught doing it in there. I don't care. Anyway, that was my thing. Subs were my thing in jail. K2 couldn't do it, but I could sell it real good because I didn't smoke it. However, this weed out here that they're selling, because it's legal here too. When they sell the shit they're selling, bro, that shit, bro, I'm telling you, it's not that there's an agenda behind that. One, it's to take your money. Two, it's to get you brain dead, bro. It's to put people to sleep, man. That pot that puts you, nah, man. Look, I can't really smoke every day because I don't, here and there, I might hit some weed, but I can't, I got to be in the right state of mind. Like, I can't do it. That weed has me too, like, I'm not aware of my surroundings. Like, I'm too lackadaisical when I smoke, so I can't smoke for real. Like, I gotta be on point out here. That rounds my point up. You get what I'm saying? I'll be all around it. I won't be on point. Anyway, the genetically modified weed, though, man, that shit is like K2, bro. Shit ain't no good for us, man. I'm telling you, there's an agenda behind it. And just think, when they made the Great Depression, they just legalized booze, all right? So go back to 1929. They just legalized booze and got everyone drunk. Then the Great Depression happened. Now they're legalizing marijuana everywhere. Think about it. It's a possibility they're getting everyone high and dumbed down, and then the next recession comes. No, hex no. Hex no. I got you. Hex no. Yeah, Trav, me too, bro. I tried a couple times, bro. Whoo, that's the way to go, TJ. That's the way to go, brother. That's the way to go. Watch this. When I type right here, it goes in both chats. It goes to 2 channels. When I type like this, look, watch. I'm gonna come up twice. Look, yeah, see, that's crazy. I get it. It sends to 2 channels at once. That's why I didn't know I could do that. That sucks, TJ. They just did that in my state, not all over the country, just in my state. We're not allowed to smoke in prison anymore, which is crazy, bro. It ain't never been like that. When I was in prison, I was smoking buckhorns every day. But you might have been around when I did the protest. They tried to protest it. My boy's in prison, and he calls me, and we were talking about it. And the prison watched my freaking YouTube channel and told him to stop calling me, telling me shit through the jail. They locked his ass out. He's in the hole still right now. He's still in the hole, bro. My boy Prez, you probably remember him. He's still in the hole right now. That shit was 4 months ago, bro. They still got him in the hole. That's so messed up, man. Yes, ma'am. That's right, Elmo. And they're scumbags, Beck. You're right about that. Yeah, I know, right? Dude, I think I would have gotten in trouble if I was still up there when they did that. That's not right, bro. You got people up there doing life, been smoking in prison for 40 years now. You're just going to take the tobacco? I can't believe they let that go down. Ma, do you hear what I'm saying, Ma? Ma, the shit ain't good for you, man. What don't you hear? It's not good for you. The government's spraying shit on there. Don't smoke that shit. Smoke the shit off the street. It's better off the street, Ma. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I know. I know what I'm saying. I smoked K2 in jail. All right, and then I smoked that shit out here. Man, that shit had me so dumb and retarded. It had me just like the K2. But if I smoke some weed with a friend, right, some regular bud, I'm cool. I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm not like on my toes like I should be, but I'm okay. I'm not like all crazy in my head, hiding in the box. But that genetically modified weed that the government's pushing puts me out of my mind, Ma. So, Ma, why are you smoking it then, Ma? Why are you smoking it then? You typed laughing out loud. What's up, Mom Dukes? Mom Dukes in the house? Mama. Hey, I'm about to get out of here, guys. Wrapping this up. Love you, Ma. I'll still come see you tomorrow. I'm gonna come over there tomorrow, Ma. I'll call you. Text me. You ain't gotta say nothing in the chat about that. Just text me, and I'm gonna come over tomorrow and see you, Ma. ASMR. Good night, I got you. Thanks for stopping through. Welcome to the squad. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Love you guys. Much love, everyone. I got you. Much love. Love and much love. Kelly Keys, love you, Kels. Thank you so much. Much love to you, Kels. That was ASMR, Kels. ASMR. ASMR Iggy. Everyone else, much love. Elmel, love you, Elmel. Becca, much love to you. Ange, much love to you. Everyone else, good night, guys, and much love to you. I don't see no one else talking, though, so I don't know how to say. Rob, much love, brother. And no one else is saying hi or anything. Willie Stokes, much love. TJ, much love. Rob B, much love. Travi, much love. I got you. Much love, and much love to everyone. What's up, Rob? You see I'm about to end it. Well, now you want to ask me something. What's up? What are you laughing at, Elmel? Elmel, what are you laughing at? Elmel, what are you laughing at? Come on, bro. I gotta go, bro. Come on. All right, guys. He ain't asking. I'm out of here. Much love, everyone. Stay safe. Think positive, guys. Put your positive thoughts into existence, and let's do it like that. Well, text me then, bro. Send me a text. All right, yeah. Text me right now. Love you guys. Good night, Becca. Love you. Everyone, stay kicking up dust. Be safe. Rob, send me a text, Rob. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, so just send me a text. Yeah. Send me a text right now, bro. I got the phone right here. Right here, bro. Text me now, bro. Rob, send me a text. Talk to you there. Ma, love you, Ma. Ange, much love, Ange. JB, much love, brother. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys, man. It's nothing but love, man. Keep pushing that positive. Look, I'm breaking out on my forehead. I know. Much love to all you guys. Kelly Keys, I love you. Make sure you taped haters hitting it. Taped it? Stroking the mic. How many haters did we get tonight, Kels? We got that many, Kels. Oh yeah, we got 15. Smash that like for me, man. Haters can't stop me, man. They can't knock me, bro. So I stay cocky, bro. So any haters want to come see me, come holler at me, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All you gotta do is call me. I'll meet you anywhere. Already done it before. Already proved myself twice. Come up if you want to meet Iggy MB5679. Just drive into my city. You can meet me. Anyone you sucker ass dudes. All right. We could do any of this off the internet. Love you guys, man. It's all love. Hey, Ma, man, you better tell these dudes out here, man, these little internet keyboard thugs, man. They think they, hey, Ma, my mom Dukes will punish these dudes. I'm telling you, my mom would beat these dudes up. That's how soft these internet dudes are. They come, I love it. They really come smash the thumb down. Like I just love it, man. It's amazing how small-minded people are. Like, dude, I swear, if I start pulling up the haters videos and stuff, I kid you not, you won't see me smash the thumbs down on none of their videos. Like, I don't even go over there. You get what I'm saying? So, but my mom Dukes knows what it is, and yeah, like anyone wants to come meet Iggy, I mean, you know, the door's open for that opportunity. I will meet anyone, and it could be a good meeting or it could be a bad one. Mom Dukes. Hey Kel. Look. I will, Ma. I will. I'll be over tomorrow. I'll be over tomorrow. All right, guys. But yeah, do me that favor and smash that thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe if you're new. And definitely smash that share button. Put it on your platform, Twitter, something. Put it out there. We talk about the Economist. We talk about Iran. Put this video out there for me. Help me beat the censorship, and also come back and comment for me. All right, comments help the videos, guys. Please comment on the videos. I love you guys. Nothing but love. Again, B5679. Checking out Truth or Die, Shadow Band TV. Get truth or die line.